This country doesn't feel real. A capital city built almost entirely from white marble, with massive roads carrying almost no traffic, golden statues standing in silence, and in the middle of a desert, a giant crater that has been on fire for more than 50 years. But here's the strange part. Very few people are allowed to visit this place. Information is limited. What really happens here is rarely seen by the outside world. This is Turkmenistan, one of the most mysterious countries on Earth, located in Central Asia, bordered by Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Iran, and Afghanistan. On the map, it looks like just another country, but in reality, it is very different. Tourism is tightly controlled. Getting a visa is not easy. This has made Turkmenistan one of the least visited countries in the world. From the marble silence of Ashgabat to the burning door to hell, from ancient Silk Road ruins to canyons that look like Mars, from strict control to enduring traditions. Hit that subscribe button and join Globe Luxe Journey. Turn on notifications. Let's explore the mystery. It's the capital built almost entirely from white marble, where silence replaces the usual city noise. This is Ashgabat, Turkmenistan's capital, holding a world record for the most marble buildings in one place. At first glance, it looks futuristic. White marble buildings stretch across the city, wide boulevards perfectly clean and designed, everything gleaming under the sun. But then you notice something unusual. There are very few people, very few cars, very little noise. The city feels almost empty, almost staged. Golden statues rise above the skyline, symbols of power placed carefully across the city. At night, lights illuminate everything, but the silence remains. Fun fact: Ashgabat has more white marble than any other city on Earth. Over 543 buildings are clad in 4.5 million square meters of Italian marble. It's a place that looks like a capital, but doesn't feel like one. It's a massive crater filled with fire that has been burning for over 50 years in the middle of a desert. This is Darvaza Gas Crater in the vast Karakum Desert, known as the Door to Hell. It began in 1971 when Soviet engineers accidentally drilled into a gas pocket. The ground collapsed, releasing dangerous methane gas. To prevent it from spreading, they made a decision. They set it on fire. They expected it to burn for a few days. But it never stopped. More than 50 years later, it is still burning day and night endlessly. The crater spans 230 feet across and 65 feet deep. Standing at its edge, you feel the heat rising from the flames. Fun fact: the crater contains enough natural gas that it could theoretically burn for another 50 years, and locals say you can see the glow from space at night. You realize this is one of the strangest places on Earth. It's where nearly 80% of Turkmenistan disappears into sand, creating one of the world's most extreme environments. This is the Karakum Desert, dominating the landscape with endless sand, harsh climate, and extreme isolation. Temperatures soar above 120 degrees Fahrenheit in summer and drop below freezing in winter. The name Karakum means black sand in Turkmen. The desert stretches over 135,000 square miles, making it larger than Germany. But within this environment, life continues. Small communities exist far from the capital, maintaining traditions that have survived for centuries. Fun fact: the Karakum Canal, built by the Soviets, is the world's longest irrigation canal at 854 miles, bringing water from the mountains to transform parts of the desert into farmland. Ancient Silk Road ruins hide beneath the sand. The desert isn't empty. It's home to Bactrian camels, desert monitors, and rare species adapted to extreme conditions. It's where medieval Islamic architecture rises from the desert, preserving Turkmenistan's greatest historical treasures. This is Konya Urgenç, once a major Silk Road city, and now a UNESCO World Heritage Site, protecting monuments from the 11th to 16th centuries. The Gutlug Timur minaret towers 200 feet high, the tallest in Central Asia, built in the 14th century with intricate brickwork still intact. The Turabeg Khanum mausoleum displays stunning tile work, turquoise and cobalt blue geometric patterns that have survived 700 years. Fun fact, when Genghis Khan destroyed this city in 1221, it was one of the wealthiest on the Silk Road, with libraries holding texts that were lost forever. The monuments stood while empires rose and fell around them. Walking through Konya Urgenç feels like stepping through time. Massive domed tombs, ancient minarets, and fortification walls emerging from the sand. And it's where multicolored cliffs create landscapes so alien they seem from another planet. This is Yangakala Canyon in western Turkmenistan, where erosion has carved dramatic formations in shades of red, orange, yellow, and white. The canyon stretches for miles, with cliffs rising over 300 feet from the desert floor. The colors change with the light. Sunrise turns the rocks golden, midday bleaches them pale, sunset ignites them in fire. The name Yangakala means fire fortress in Turkmen. Fun fact, this area was once the bottom of the ancient Tethys Ocean millions of years ago, and the colored layers are compressed seashells and marine sediments from when dinosaurs roamed the earth. Standing at the edge, you see layers of geological history exposed. The silence is absolute. No roads lead here easily. Few tourists ever visit. This is Turkmenistan's hidden natural wonder, where Earth looks like Mars. It's one of the oldest cities in Central Asia, where ruins tell the story of a metropolis that once rivaled Baghdad. This is Merv, a UNESCO World Heritage Site near Mary City, protecting the remains of cities built across 4,000 years. At its peak in the 12th century, Merv was possibly the world's largest city, with over 1 million inhabitants. The Silk Road brought wealth, scholars, and culture here. Libraries held ancient texts. Observatories studied the stars. But in 1221, the Mongols came. Fun fact, historical accounts claim the Mongols killed over 700,000 people in 1 week, and they diverted the main river to flood the city, ensuring it would never rise again. Today, their massive mud brick walls still stand. The Sultan Sanjar Mausoleum with its distinctive corrugated dome, the Irk Kala fortress walls, and the Greater Kiz Kala Palace. Walking through Merv is walking through the ruins of lost greatness. It's the mountain village where life continues as it has for centuries, isolated from the modern world. This is Nohur, in the Kopet Dagh Mountains, near the Iranian border, where traditional Turkmen culture survives untouched. The village sits at 3,600 feet, surrounded by juniper forests and mountain streams. Stone houses with flat roofs cluster together. Women wear traditional colorful dresses and headscarves. Men tend livestock and cultivate terraced gardens. There is no marble here, no golden statues, no grand monuments. Just simple life continuing as it always has. Fun fact, Nohur residents speak a distinct dialect of Turkmen, that linguists study because it preserves ancient vocabulary lost in other regions. The village celebrates traditional festivals. Elders pass down oral histories. Craftspeople create hand-woven carpets using patterns centuries old. This is the Turkmenistan tourists rarely see: authentic, quiet, and unchanged. It's where one man's vision transformed an entire country, creating monuments to himself that still dominate the landscape. This is the legacy of Saparmurat Niyazov, who ruled Turkmenistan from 1991 until 2006 under the title Turkmenbashi, leader of all Turkmen. He renamed months after himself and his mother. He banned opera and ballet. Why he wrote a spiritual book called Ruhnama that became mandatory reading. Fun fact, Niyazov banned lip-syncing, car radios, dogs from the capital, beards on young men, gold teeth, and even the word for bread, replacing it with the name of his mother. Golden statues of him appeared across the country, including a 250-foot monument in Ashgabat that rotated to face the sun. After his death, in 2006, some statues were removed, but his influence remains visible everywhere. This personality cult shaped modern Turkmenistan into what it is today. It's one of the hardest countries in the world to visit, where tourism is tightly controlled and independent travel is nearly impossible. This is the reality of visiting Turkmenistan, where getting a visa requires pre-approved tour itineraries and government-registered guides and weeks of bureaucratic processing. Most visitors arrive on 5-day transit visas, allowing limited movement. Tourist visas require invitation letters from licensed operators. Border crossings are few and procedures are strict. Photography is restricted near government buildings, military sites, and even some public spaces. Fun fact, Turkmenistan receives approximately 10,000 tourists annually compared to 60 million visiting neighboring Turkey, making it statistically more exclusive than North Korea. Internet access is limited and monitored. Tour groups follow approved routes, visiting approved sites with approved guides. This control creates mystery, but also ensures Turkmenistan remains one of Earth's most closed societies. It's where the Akal Teke horse is considered a national treasure and carpet weaving is elevated to an art form. This is Turkmen culture, where traditions have survived Soviet rule and modern isolation. The Akal Teke horse breed is over 3,000 years old, tall, elegant, with a distinctive metallic sheen to their coats. Turkmen people call them heavenly horses. Fun fact, the Akal Teke is one of the oldest horse breeds in the world, and their coats shimmer because of a unique hair structure that refracts light like gold. Alexander the Great and Genghis Khan both prized them. The national flag features 5 carpet patterns representing 5 major tribes. Carpet weaving is passed from mothers to daughters, complex geometric designs in deep reds using techniques unchanged for generations. Traditional music uses the dutar, a 2-stringed lute. Paplav, rice pilaf with lamb, is the national dish. Despite isolation, these traditions remain strong and define identity. Outro. Turkmenistan is not a typical travel destination. It is not easy to visit, and it is not easy to understand. But maybe that is the point. In a world where everything is documented, everything is shared, and everything is visible, places like this still exist. Hidden, unexplained, almost untouched. A country that feels like it belongs somewhere between reality and mystery. And perhaps that is exactly why we are drawn to it. Subscribe to Globe Lux Journey right now. Drop a comment. Would you actually visit Turkmenistan? The world's most mysterious country is waiting.